So I sold the a6500. Hey guys, quick update. Yes, I did sell my Sony a6500, my beloved Sony a6500, the camera that I've had for years to make YouTube videos. I have finally let go. Well, that's not true. I had one, then I fell down, broke it, got another one, and now I'm selling this one. I'm selling my second Sony a6500. No, why? Why would you do that? Why would you sell such a good camera? And it is an incredible camera still to this date. But the reason why I sold my a6500 was so that I can get this camera. Now you're probably thinking, why would you get an a6400? That camera doesn't even have IBIS. Well, first of all, you don't need IBIS to make you a good filmmaker. Being a good filmmaker means you actually have talent and the craft to tell a story, not the technology. But I actually do have several valid reasons why I got the a6400. For one, it has the same picture profiles as a Sony a7 III, and so if I were to do a multi-cam shoot where I would use both cameras, I could easily match the color grade of both footage because I'll be using the same exact picture profile. The second reason why I got the a6400 was because of the flip-out screen. Now, the a6400 is not going to be my main camera. The a7 III is going to be my main camera, and the a6400 is going to be my B-roll camera. But for the majority of the time, the a6400 is going to remain here in my studio as my YouTube camera. In fact, let's show you my setup. All right, here. Okay, so here is the Sony a6400, and here is that flip out screen, which is gonna be really handy for me because I shoot my YouTube videos right here in this chair, and it'll be really easy to see all my details, all the recording time and all that stuff right here on the screen. The lens that I'm using is a Sigma 16mm, which is probably one of the best prime lenses in the Sony a6000 series. So that's my camera setup right over there, and down below is my brand new mic, and that's the D3 Pro, and this mic is amazing. Okay. HLG Rec 709, -3 on saturation, level 8 on the DD mic, and 5 on the a6400. The quality of the mic is absolutely incredible, and I'm gonna do a video about this later on, but that's the mic that I'll be using for my YouTube camera setup. And this mic is connected to the SmallRig multi-friction arm, which is one of my favorite camera accessories because you can pretty much attach anything anywhere. And this setup is clamped onto my tripod, which is the Manfrotto Be-Free tripod. And that's it. That's my entire YouTube setup. Okay, I'm gonna have to switch it up because I need to show you something. Use some Amazon boxes. There we go. I'm just gonna use this Amazon box. Let's get another box. Ah, I got another Amazon box. There we go. There we go. That did absolutely nothing. I'm gonna use this guy to prop up the lens. Gotta be resourceful. Okay, there you go. That works. Okay. Hopefully I'm in frame. See, it just needs a flip out screen. And so what I've done with all my cameras actually is I have a quick release plate. And the one I have is the Manfrotto RC2. Here is the base plate, and it's really easy to attach your camera onto. Just done. Here, let me show you behind what it looks like. Okay, so if I wanted to take out the camera, just simply switch, pull. If I want to put the camera back onto the tripod, just clamp it, lock, and you're done. Easy. Hopefully you saw that. Again, flip out screen. Now this entire setup is ideal to me because in my line of work, I need to be fast. I mean, I still work a full-time job, and so every spare minute I have, I go out and film YouTube videos, and so I need to be fast. But to be able to come home, have dinner with the family, and then put the kids to bed, you know, I can quickly go into my studio, set up my camera, just like that, do the flip up screen, press the record button, and just start filming. That really helps me as a creator so that I can just focus on creating content. Hope that makes sense. And that, my friends, is why I got the a6400. Did I give all the reasons why? Let's see, picture profiles, the flip out screen. Oh, the real-time autofocus tracking, that's pretty cool. I like that. That wasn't a big reason to get the camera because the a6500 was really good. Oh, and the recording time. There is no limit in recording time with the a6400. Usually it takes me about 30 to 45 minutes to film a YouTube talk. I mess up a lot, like a lot. And there have been many times where I would film with the a7 III thinking that I was still under 30 minutes when the camera stopped recording 15 minutes ago, and it's just, ugh. But having no limits in recording time, huge advantage advantage with the a6400. Okay, a question you're probably asking is, do I need to sell my a6500 so that I can get the a6400? And my answer is no. If you're happy with your a6500, then by all means keep it. You don't need to get an a6400 unless you really want to. The a6500 is still a really, really good camera, and so if you have it, then by all means keep it. I just made a very strategic decision to get this camera that would help speed up my workflow. Also, I don't like having a ton of gear in my studio. It's weird, I know, because I absolutely love gear. I talk about gear all the time. I just don't like having a ton of it here. It just gets all messy and it drives me crazy. So I'm actually going through a process of reorganizing everything and kind of minimizing on gear in this studio. That was one of the reasons why that led me to get the a6400. I mean, look at this. I got just things all around, boxes, and just, it's just, nasty stuff. I like having things clean. I mean, look, for example, take a look at this. This is my main backpack, and see how everything is organized nicely? You know, this is where my A7 III goes, this is where the A6400 goes, the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus goes right over here, and other accessories. Even my, let me bump up the ISO. Even my secondary case is just nice and neat. I mean, look at that, I got my slider here, I got lights over here, I got filters over here. It's just well organized, and I need to have things organized, otherwise it just drives me crazy. So those are my reasons, and they may be silly reasons, but those are my reasons why I got the A6400. But Sid, it doesn't have IBIS. How can you call yourself a filmmaker if it doesn't have IBIS? You're right, maybe I can't film anything cinematic with the a6400. You know, I did shoot something tonight with the camera. Take a look, you let me know if it looks cinematic or not. Yeah. Okay, so I'm teasing. I'm not trying to make fun of people that think in-body image stabilization is important to them, because if it is important to them, then by all means, it's important to them. And if it helps them make their story, then more power to them. For me, with any piece of gear, it's always going to depend on usability and end result. And I find that the a6400 just speeds up my workflow because of the picture profiles that match my a7 III, the flip-up screen, and the unlimited recording time. That just works for my workflow. It may not work for your flow, but it works for me, which is why I got the camera. And also, I've played with the camera on and off since January, and so I've had a really good run using the a6400 and the a6500 together, and I just found that the a6400 just suited my workflow the best. Whew! Okay, that's it. That's a little update on my end. That is my new camera setup. Well, I'm gonna go clean up this mess, but thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bell so that you get notified of my upcoming videos, if they actually do work. I don't know, come on YouTube. Also, let me know what you think of my brand new YouTube camera studio setup. Look what I found. A Peppa Pig birthday party hat. You see, kids get into my room, they knock over my stuff, things are missing. Another reason why I need to minimize everything. Wait, there's another one. What's going on here? All right, well, much love to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Happy birthday if it's your birthday, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!